Well, everybody in the NFL is making money. Their revenue sharing program really does work. Storylines in the National Football League. First things first, Justin Herbert cleared today, as we do our Monday bonus podcast, cleared today to go back on the field and actually start throwing in 7-on-7 full drills with the Chargers. So that's a real positive that he has now taken the next step in the rehab from the surgery, the labrum surgery on the left shoulder, not the throwing soldier. So that's green light go there. Rams mini camp. They are really impressed with all the young offensive linemen that they brought in. They got Stephen Avila, number 1 draft pick. He has just stood out like he belongs. He's not a rookie overwhelmed. He's going to be an inside guard. They've got other guys they've moved around. They think they've got 2 young bookend tackles that they're going to plug in and are going to play immediately. So the Rams, even though many thought, your host included, that this was going to be a miserable season, the Rams seem to be ahead of the curve in terms of fixing what's most important, protecting Matthew Stafford. And Stafford's going through all the workouts. Let's talk about the salary cap. There's still about 30 named free agent players still out there, and maybe at the end of the week we'll go through the list of who's still on the street corner looking. But the NFL teams have spent most of their money. Now, I don't understand this, and I should have put this list up for you, but let me run through. The Bears have the most salary cap space of anybody. Would you please tell me why a franchise that's 3-13 and had a high draft picks has $32.5 million cap space and has not spent it on veteran players? Yeah. Why would you be bad and then keep the money in your pocket?
Yeah, that's bad ownership right there.
I don't understand the McCaskies, but Chicago has the most at 32.5. This one doesn't make a lot of sense, except that maybe all the good young players got really good together and they haven't had to sign them all to extensions yet. Philadelphia Eagles, who just signed Jalen Hurts to a mega contract. Philadelphia's got a lot of young guys. They got $27.5 million cap space. That's pretty impressive. It's managing the cap pretty well. Now, maybe there's a hit coming next year because they have to start to re-sign Devontae Smith and some of these other guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, you figure if a team is doing really well on the field and they're below the cap, that's brilliant business strategy. But the Bears, they are the ones that need to be spending.
Not so brilliant. Arizona Cardinals. Bad franchise, just $822 million to let DeAndre Hopkins go. Mm-hmm. They still have $26 million cap space. Now, maybe they can't get guys who want to go play in Arizona because it's been such a misfit operation for a while. But Arizona's got $26 million. The New York Jets, who are in a real rebuild, and now they take on the contract with Aaron Rodgers. The Jets have got $24.5 million salary cap space, so they still got the ability to go do something if they want. At the other end of the spectrum, Tampa Bay, which has had a lot of upheaval, taking contract hits along the way as veterans were traded or retired, a.k.a. Tom Brady. Tampa Bay has only $402,000. Kansas City, with all of its stars, has $653,000 left. Buffalo, because they gave Josh Allen the mega contract, and they've just signed Ed Oliver, the big tackle, to an extension. Buffalo's only got $1.4 million in cap space. The Chargers are kind of in the middle. They have $12.6 million cap space. And the Rams are down to the bottom. They have only $1.5 million, but they got a ton of young guys that have come in. So they're going through a little bit of transition. So you got a few that have a lot of money, a whole pile at the other end that don't have money. And there's about 30, quote, veteran free agents out there still to be signed.
Well, we were talking before about all these teams that had salary cap problems. And the Chargers are one of them. I think the Broncos, the Saints. So they must have released a lot of players to get below the number, right?
Chargers restructured 4 contracts. Mm-hmm. They redid Keenan Allen's deal. They redid Mike Williams' deal, which gave him breathing room right now. But when you redo, that means the bill goes to next year's cap. And the Chargers are going to be in cap hell next year because they not only have to deal with the quarterback's contract extension, which Justin Herbert got, but they're going to be looking at Mike Williams, $30 million plus. Keenan Allen, $30 million plus. Khalil Mack, $32 million cap figure. Joey Bosa, $31 million cap figure. They're not going to be able to keep all those guys. But by redoing guys right now, they could push some of the numbers owed into next year's cap. But like I told you, with your wife's credit card, the bill does come due.
It's kicking the can down the road.
That's right.
But it's interesting too, because each of those players is more than 10% of the cap.
Yep.
So you get 4 guys, it's almost like half your budget.
Yeah, it's a big issue. And they're not the only ones. The whole league goes through caponomics, the gymnastics of solving this situation. Okay, from that